Hello, everybody. I'm going to assume that this is working. If you could send me a thumbs up or something to let me know that this is working, sometimes from my... good, I got a thumbs up. Great. Hopefully this won't go in and out. Sometimes in my house, the connection to my modem is a little weird, so hopefully this will work the whole time. I hope it doesn't go in and out. If it does, you can send me a message, and hopefully we'll be able to fix it. Lee, let's have you sit over here. Working, good. I'm going to do my best inside. Let's kneel down. See who's coming in with us. We have a few people here. Okay, we'll do a short bow in, and that'll give hopefully a few seconds for people to jump on and get training with us. Thank you to Senpai Charlie and Senpai Ryan for running the 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock classes today. They looked brutally awesome. So anyway, deep breath in, breathe out, eyes closed, Moso. So yummy, right? Okay, so we're going to get started, and like I said, when we normally start kata class, I like to expect that everybody is already warmed up because I don't want to spend too much time, seeing that we only have about a half an hour class to Caitlin says hi lately. Spend time warming up. You're going to do that on your own. So we're going to go right into some kata. And tonight I wanted to focus a little bit less on new kata and kata workout as much as just getting a chance to run kata and talk about tournament kata. But before we get into the tournament side of things, let's warm up a little bit. We'll use a kata to warm up. So Lee, I'm going to have you back up a little bit. Okay, we've been kind of starting a lot of our kata this way. A lot of our kata classes this way. We're going to start with Taikyoku 1, and we're going to do 3 versions of this. All the same version. We're going to do the IFK version. So between 22 and 24 seconds, you have to finish the kata. Take a deep breath, come back to your boom, and bang it out again. By the 3rd time through, imagine it like a 3rd round of a fight. The deciding factor is going to be how you perform the 3rd time through, not the 1st or 2nd. Taikyoku 1, you should know that kata perfectly, everything you got, and bang it out hard. Lee, you're going to be my guinea pig over here. Okay? Yoidachi, Taikyoku 1, take a deep breath in, here we go, nice and fast, 22 seconds, Hashime! Chamber tight, loud ki. Deep breath in, same kata, a little stronger, ready? Shime! This is your warm-up, but it's got to be in time. Stances are strong, blocks and punches are hard. Deep breath. I'm going to give you a second here. Remember, if you don't have a lot of room to work, I still want you in good Zankudachi. If I can't step because my space doesn't allow me, I switch my feet. I can do the whole kata from here, but I want to be in good, perfect stances, good, perfect blocks. Here we go. One more time. Taikyoku Sonichi. Hajime! Yame. Okay, what we've been doing the last few weeks in kata classes, we've been doing different interpretations of Taikyoku forms or adding technique. We're going to do one to get our legs a little loose, then we'll do one with adding arms. I know I gave one of these to Reggie, Senpai Reg last night to do, and then we'll move through the Pinan katas, then I want to get into the tournament side of things. So, good strong yoi. We're going to work Taikyoku Sona Ni, 2nd kata. We've been doing this the whole time, and we're going to work double mawashi, double chudan mawashi. So I go middle kick, post, jodan punch. Every time there's a punch, middle kick, post, punch, right? All the way down the line. We'll do this all together. Yoi? Let's go my count, in case you're new to this. Ready? Ich! Double kick and post and punch. Ni! Chudan, post, jodan. San, come on. Chi! Chudan, post, jodan. Go! Rook! Pop! Sich! Pop! Hatch! And chia! Cue! Kick! Deep breath. In and out. Okay. Next version of the kata, same one. We're going to add mawashi uchi and a post and punch. Mawashi uchi is this strike. Happens in Yansu. Right? Comes from the small of the back. Comes out of the line of sight, thumb is down. Hit the temple and wrap. Or hit the base of the skull here and pull in. So, same form, Taikyoku 1. I block. My next motion is I step, mawashi uchi, post or shote, palm, punch. Mawashi uchi, post, punch. Every time there's a punch, we're going to do that same thing. Let's do it together slow. Yoi. Gedan barai. Ich. Stepping mawashi uchi. Knee. Post left. Punch right. San. Mawashi uchi left. Chi. Post right. Punch left. Go. Mawashi uchi right. Post left. Punch. Mawashi uchi left. Post right. Punch. Give me a ki on that punch. Mawashi uchi right. Post. Punch. Shia. Turn. Gedan barai. Mawashi uchi right. Post. Punch. Gedan barai. Left hand. 1, 2, 3. Gedan barai. Right hand. Left. Punch. Left hand. Right hand. You know where the ki is. Shua. Turn and block. Step. Post. Punch. And last motion. Yame. So, let me just check my time. Because I know I said kata tournament, so good, we're good. So, I want to take the next 4 minutes. And you're going to run 3 Pinan forms. We've done this before with all 5, and we're going to call this a Pinan flow kata. It means if I do Pinan 1, 2, 3, as soon as I end Pinan 1, I come back to Yoi and I immediately launch into Pinan 2. End Pinan 2, I come back to Yoi, immediately into Pinan 3. You pick the 3 Pinan forms. If you don't know Pinan forms, do Taikyoku forms, okay? 3 katas basically in a row, none that start this way. That takes too long, okay? We have about 4 or 5 minutes for this, and then I want to get into tournament kata. So I'm going to start at Pinan 1, and Pinan 2 and Pinan 3, you do what you want, and I'll give you about 30 seconds after I'm done so that we're all kind of finished together, okay? In the meantime, don't want you to think about this while you're doing the katas, but I want you to have in your head at least what kata you are going to be doing for the virtual tournament. Or to practice tonight at the very least. Yoi? Your 3 katas, Pinan flow. Ready? Shmei! Shua! Shua! Everything's crisp and strong. It's your training. Flowing from one kata to the next. Stances. Focus. Control. Keep it up. Keep working. Going to give you about 30 seconds to finish your kata. Then make sure you give me a thumbs up, a smile, a happy face, or a sad face, depending on how you're feeling. "15 seconds to finish up your kata. while you're finishing up. If you're still finishing, no problem. We can keep moving on here. Tournament kata for the virtual tournament. Some of you who may be competing for the first time, if you've been an old pro or a young pro, then you know what to do. Okay? The beautiful thing about the virtual tournament is you have time and you have multiple takes to get the take you want. Introduction is important, presentation of your gi, and how it looks is important, how you speak is important. Speak slowly, speak loudly, speak clearly. Your name, the dojo and country you're coming from, Fighting Spirit Karate if you're with me, and the kata name. Os, and you may either start or you may say ajime, or you do your whole, if you're in an upper kata, you'll call that. Great presentation, and obviously you're not going to be judged on how it's filmed, but if I'm doing the kata right now, I can see from my waist up. If that's all I can see as a judge, I can only judge your kata from waist up. So you really want to have a nice wide view of the kata so you can sort of see everything. That's from a technical standpoint. In terms of the kata you're going to do, it's an open tournament, so that means any style, any kata, and any rank is fine. From a Kyokushin standpoint, you want your kata to be strong and fierce, right? I've always talked to you about this. We, in the beginning, care less about bunkai and the meaning of the moves as much as the intensity and the power in the kata. So what I'd like to do is I want you to pick the kata you're going to do, and I'm going to give you 3 versions of it, just for sake of time, and then we're going to continue with another idea of how to do it. The first version you're going to do as strong as you can. Keep the pace nice and consistent and as strong as you can. The second version is going to be the kata just with your legs, no arms. So if there's kicking, you can add the kicks, but basically just working on your stances. And the third version is with strength and speed. Okay, so we're going to do all 3 of them. So let's get ready. Pick the kata in your mind. I'm going to put you here, Lyric. I'm not going to do this. Okay, again, the kata doesn't matter if you're doing an upper kata and I'm moving too fast, because I'm basing this off of most of my younger students who are going to be doing pinan forms more than likely. You just stick with your kata. Okay, so again, first one, strong, even pace, consistent, but everything, think Kyokushin. I don't care what lineage you come from, I love them all, but you're thinking strong presentation. You don't need to do your introduction now, you're just going to do the kata. So take a deep breath in, good strong yoidachi. Presentation, I want to look like I've already earned the gold medal by the way I stand. First version, nice and strong. Ready? Shume! Nice loud ki-eyes where they belong.
Kia!
Keep working. I'm going to give you about 20 seconds after this kata's done just so you can finish up. If you're done, stand in the oidachi. 10 seconds. Again, if you're doing a very long kata sensei kata like Super Empe, then we'll see you tomorrow. Just kidding. Okay, so something to think about in your kata. I take a deep breath in, I do my introduction, I don't start right away. I take a deep breath before I start, boom, and my eyes lead the way. I've often compared doing tournament kata, you know me, I'm a musician. To me, the most appealing types of music, all types, but the most appealing to my ears are the ones that have peaks and valleys, and the notes and the presentation and the rhythm and the dynamic range is huge. So I want big dynamic range in the opening. I want to be able to look at your kata and go out of the gate. Wow, it's the beginning of a movie clip that I want to watch the whole movie. And then there's peaks and valleys. As you finish, let's say this is my last move, my kata. Boom. I want to finish strong, keep my eyes not towards the camera, hold for 3 seconds. Then come back strong yoidachi and hold for another 3 seconds before you turn off the camera. Okay? Let's do it again. This time you're going no hands, just the footwork. If there's kicks, add the kicks, because otherwise it gets confusing. And you're just working on stances. I always think about kind of holding my gi and doing this. So if I'm doing pinan sonyon like Lyric just did, boom, here's my first move. There's my next move, right? Boom. Whatever the kata may be. Okay? Yoi? Your kata, no hands, just legs and stances. Ready? Shimei! Give it 20 more seconds, and then we're going to do one more run through where you're going to put hands and feet in. Keep working, finish it, and try to get everything strong, fast, presentation, right? All this stuff. 5 seconds. Okay, yoi. So the idea here, and this is true of any kata, it doesn't have to do with performance of kata. To me, this is the embodiment of kata, right? The embodiment of kata is being so tuned in and so connected with at least one kata, hopefully a bunch of them, to where you don't have to think about them. They're just muscle memory. The same way you walk, right? Someone says, Sean, come on over here. And my brain registers, it knows what to do to go there. That's how in tune I want to be with my kata, to be able to really own it and understand its nuance and all the little stuff that exists in it. So one more time, everything you got, big ki, big stances, and great presentation, okay? Imagine the camera's on and all eyes are on you from the whole world watching your kata. Deep breath in. Good, strong yoidachi. I told you this is the way. When you stand this way, you know, this is the presentation of you've already won. Here we go. Everything you got. To me! Come on. Dig deep. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
15 seconds to finish your kata. We all may be doing different ones at different paces. I love getting the thumbs up and the hearts and all that stuff. Makes me know you're with me, and I'm seeing people from all over, all my great friends. Got a lot of friends from Canada tonight, which is awesome. The Ronco family, Os, and Amira and Hassan, Os, and everybody else who decided to spend some time with me on this Tuesday night. I'm always grateful to have students. And Benjamin, I just want to throw Os out to you real quick. Right before class, I did your 45-minute, or rather 49-minute kickboxing, adult kickboxing class, which is saved to the FSK YouTube page, and I can't move my legs, so thank you very much. That was awesome. Okay, moving on, okay? We're getting familiar with our kata. Now we're going to do a kata exercise to see if I can screw with your mind a little bit and mess you up. So we know that no matter what direction I'm facing, let's say Taikyoku 1, just for argument's sake. Taikyoku 1, I start to my left, right, punch, I turn to my right, and I step and punch. Every few counts, I'm going to say the word change to you. And change means you're not, without thinking, you're just going to change the direction you're facing. So, this is the direction I'm facing on my Taikyoku 1. I know that the next move, I normally come down the eye. But if I say change, I'm going to face this way and come down the eye. And I need to remember where I'm at in the kata. If I say change again, I immediately got to change my direction and position, change your position rather, but continue with the same direction. So for example, again, here's Gedanbarai, punch, I turn Gedanbarai, punch. My next turn would be down this way, but if I say change, I'm still going to have this foot forward. My left foot's still going to come down the eye, but now my eye is facing a different way. I'm just going to try to mess with you. And again, you want to be so locked in and tuned into your kata that me saying change does not throw you off in any direction, because you are one with your kata. If you are not one with your kata may need some work. Yoidachi. Again, stick with that tournament kata. When I say change, you're just going to change the direction. It might screw you up. If it does, great. That means I'm doing a good job as a sensei. Yoi. Your kata. Remember, I want you to hold that last position, right, for 3 seconds. Here we go. Shmei! Change. Change.
Kia.
Change. 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 Keep going. Change. Change. And hopefully you're close to done now. Great exercise to use to test yourself about how well you really know your footwork and kata, right? If I can be thrown off from the word change, I have some work to do. That means my mind is not as present as I want it to be. A couple drills I want to go through for the tournament piece of this, and then we'll finish with a couple other things. So I want you to take your kata right now, And I want to do a version of it where you're going to blaze through it. You're going to go, if you did it before, strong and hard, and let's call that was because I wanted good pacing for the kata. My pace was, let's say, 65 miles an hour. The next version I want you to do is at 100 miles an hour. I want it to be as fast and crisp and strong as possible, but I want it to be like super fast, absurdly fast. And then we'll dial back from there. Okay? Stay with me. You're doing great. Thumbs up if you love kata. My thumb is up. I love kata. Yoi. Burning through. You're going at 100 miles an hour, whatever kata, tournament kata it is. Shime!
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep working, keep working, keep working. Keep listening as you're finishing up. Lyrics doing Pete on Sonny-on. It's a shorter kata than maybe some of the ones you're doing. I love the thumbs up. Thank you. So as you're finishing up, I just want to give you something to think about, something I picked up. And again, always amazed at how long I've had the luxury and good fortune and the amazing teachers I've had along the way of how long I've been doing martial arts. But the point of this was we're always learning and always growing. The few opportunities I've had to train with Hanshi Arnell. Okay, to me, that's the Bruce Lee of Kyokushin. What I love about how he presents kata, and it's different than the Kyokushin Kata I grew up training in, which I really love. But one of the things I love about how the IFK is approaching kata in a performance tournament setting is there's a lot of speed, and there's still great stances and all the other great important stuff you have in kata, but the speed aspect is something that is a little bit different than how I grew up doing kata, in that it connects a little bit more to really the breathing and timing of, to me, how fighting feels. Fighting, is fast. I mean, it doesn't mean it's fast all the time, right? But when it's happening, right, there's a lot of speed, there's a lot of power generation, and there's short spurts of intense energy. Sometimes, if I'm lucky enough, I catch a quick break and catch my breath for a second, depending who's on the other end of the line facing me. But when we're doing kata and we can employ the speed along with that power and awareness of everything, to me, that kata, when I get done, I truly feel like, whew, I feel like I just went around. And if I went around like that, and as Sensei Katie says, and I feel like I won the round, man, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone for the kata. It may not be, in comparison, judged to somebody else's better or worse, but at least I feel like I accomplished what I was setting out to do, which is, put something out there. So let's do it one more time. This time I want you to blaze, but I want you to blaze fast and powerful with perfect stances. You're not just moving fast for the sake of moving fast to get into a certain time frame. Now your time frame, yes, that's there, but the idea of the speed is to generate the same intensity that you feel when you're fighting, or that some of you feel when you're fighting, okay? I've said this all along. As a Kyokushin practitioner, one of the things I love about growing up in one of the golden ages of Kyokushin was coming in and watching 30 to 40, sometimes 50 black belt kata competitors, all who also went on later in the day to fight. But kata was yin and yang, right? It was heads and tails. You did kata and you did fighting, and you did them both. And the kata, watching those katas was as riveting and powerful and terrifying as watching the high-level fighting. So that's how I want you to approach your kata. Enough talking, let's do it again. You know what I want to see. Strong, powerful, intense, and you're working the whole time. It's your fight, and you need to win. Yoi? Ready? Everything you got. People are watching. Shime! It's a fight that you're winning. Keep working. Going to give you 15 seconds. I know we're moving fast through some of this, and some of you, especially at black belt level, have very long katas. I don't want you to cheat your kata. I'm just giving you some concepts that you can go back and practice if you're not already doing them. So don't cut your kata short, Joy, and don't change your kata just because we're giving you a half-an-hour kata lesson and some ideas to practice. I want you to still do the kata you're supposed to do. That's the key, right? Okay. Going to break it down into 4 parts now. This will maybe be one of the last things you do, and then we'll finish with a couple katas. I want you to take your kata, and I want you to think about it for a second in groups of 4. So for me, if I'm doing Taikyoku 1, block, punch, stepping down the line, maybe, or a couple punches, right? But I want you to break it down into groups of 4. And what we're going to do in the groups of 4 is we're going to take that first quarter of the kata, and we're going to do it 4 times in a row. So if let's say I'm only going to go to the second punch. Block, punch, yoi. And boom, launch into it again. I'm going to do that 4 times and come back to yoi. Then I'll give you a breath, then you're going to go halfway through the kata, right? 2 halves. 4 times, come back to 3/4 of the way through the kata 4 times. All the way through the kata 4 times. And then we'll end with something different, okay? So I'm breaking it up into little pieces, but I want you to think about it this way this time. Imagine for me for a second, after your strong presentation, your warrior presentation, the best version of yourself presentation, that the first quarter, in the Taikyoku form, maybe 4 moves, but again, you'll judge however many moves that is. I want you to imagine that that is the length of the kata that you're going to be judged on. And here's what I want you to think about in judging. I don't want you to think about judging for this virtual tournament or for a tournament where you're going to get a medal. I want you to think about it like, I'm looking at the list of people watching here, and some of the names I know, some of the people I don't know that well, but most of them are people I know, and I know who they are as martial artists. I want you to imagine that there's somebody watching your kata who's a lifetime martial artist like myself. And the first quarter of that kata, or half the kata, or however we break it up, is the only language, it's the only dialogue you get with me, or whoever's on that other end of the spectrum watching you. It's the only dialogue you get to establish what your goals are in martial arts, who you are as a martial artist, how long you've been training as a martial artist, your commitment and your feeling towards martial arts, and your lineage and kata. Everything about who you are and what you are as a martial artist gets spoken in how you move. And if you only get 4 moves to do it, boy, if you're not doing it with everything you got, then I don't get a chance to meet who you are here, in your heart and in your mind. If you can do that in 4 moves, if you can do it in the first move, if you can do it in the way you look in the first move, you're already tapping into something that is so big and so connected to what has come before us that you're on the right path. So let's do that as we do this together. I want you to really imagine that each of these sections of the kata is your chance, it's your dialogue to the rest of the world, anybody else watching, who you are as a martial artist, who you want to be, where you are, where you came from, and where you're going. Okay, enough talk. Yoi? First quarter of your kata 4 times in a row. You come back to a strong yoi. I'm not going to say ajime again. You're just going to go again. Here we go. You ready? Shime! When you're done with that first quarter, come right back and do it 4 times. Don't hold your breath. I'm going to keep moving here. Again, if you're still working on that first 4, great. The next part is you're going to go through the first half 4 times. So I'm going to just let Lyric do this, but again, you're just doing your first half of your kata. Stay strong. This is who you are. This is big stuff. Ready? Give me more. Smack! Deeper in your stance. That first half you're going to do 4 times. Come on. Dig deep. Make it count. Make it count. Four times. Come on. Give me more. I'm going to stay with Lyric's pace here again. You know the commands here. Follow them and stay with your pace. You're going to go now 3/4 of the way. You're going to do it 4 times. By the time you get to that 4th one, I should know exactly who you are. You ready? Shimei! 3/4 of the way through the kata. 4 times. Atta girl, come on.
Yeah.
When you're done with that, you go right back. Come on, let's go. 4 times, 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
Come on. 3rd time, let's go, girl. I can talk to her like that. She's my daughter, and she can knock me out anyway.
Yeah.
4th time, come on. We're almost there. Stay with it. Okay, due to time, I just want to say we're going to go through now. If you've gone through each quarter, right, 4 times of each of the 3 quarters, now you're going to do the whole kata. I want you to do it 4 times, but just for sake of time tonight, we're going to run through your kata 2 times. That means you're going to plow through and be powerful the whole time. I love this idea of our dialogue, our motion, our body is the way we communicate through martial arts. Yes, we are lucky that we get to talk and hopefully speak the same language, but just like music, I know I've had a lot of music references tonight, but I fell in love with martial arts, as most of us did, because I love motion. I love watching different people move and how they move and the different systems and styles and the way they connect and the way that they're different. This is your chance, you know, to move in the most embodied and perfect way that you move. Not like anybody else. This is your chance. This is your calling card. This is your communication. This is the language you speak to somebody else who may not speak the same language. Your kata 2 times all the way through, everything you got. Ready? Jimmy! Atta girl. Lock those elbows. Boom.
Yeah.
Good kick.
Yeah.
Good. One more time. Come on. Don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Atta girl. Beautiful. Going to give you 20 seconds to finish up your kata. You should have gotten through 1/4 of it 4 times, 1/2 of it 4 times, 3/4 of it 4 times, and the full kata 2 times. Okay? If you didn't get to do all that, I want you to get back to that when we're done, and you can finish up that way. Great way to practice your kata. So again, presentation is strong. How you present yourself is strong, right? And for those of you who are on the fence, okay, let's throw something out there for that about competing in the virtual tournament. This is a wonderful wonderful chance to use karate, to use kata, to test yourself, have fun, maybe even face some anxiety and fear, but more importantly, to use our martial arts to connect us and make a difference. And really, I think we all have found as we go further down the line with this, the fighting and all the stuff we do and all the bunkai and the meanings behind things. Yes, they're important, but they're far less important than using our martial arts to do something important. And I think this is a chance for us to do that. I'd like to end with one kata together. We've been working a little bit on tensho together. I don't really want to talk my way through it. We're going to do it together. If you know the kata, great. If you're just learning it, great. Do the best you can, right? We've been doing this in kata classes the last couple weeks. And we'll finish with this one together and do the best we can, okay? And then we'll bow out. Lee, I'm going to have you stand up here because I know you're getting used to the kata so you can follow along with me, okay? It's awesome to have so many of you. Again, I know some of you are working on katas that are much longer than maybe a pinan kata. No big deal, okay? Keep coming to kata class, keep spreading the word, and we'll talk a little bit at the end about a few things coming up. But let's finish with tensho together. If you don't know tensho, do a kata you know. If you get done and we're still working tensho, pick another kata and do it. Don't stop now. You already turned on. You already joined in with me. Stay with me. Okay, yoi? Tighten show. Yoi. Jamaica. Stay strong. Hey. All right, Yoi. Good. So let's stay here for a second. I'll come down to my knees, sit, stand, and sit whatever way is comfortable. I'm sorry I didn't get to watch the comments. I appreciate you all writing things. Hope you're having thumbs up and smiley faces and hearts and all that kind of stuff, and you enjoyed class. It's hard for me to see on my phone. I don't have my iPad tonight. Couple things coming up while you're with me, if you haven't locked off yet. Tomorrow, we have a 6 o'clock Kobudo class. That'll be a YouTube link. Sensei Katie has a live Facebook live stream class tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Krav Maga and Fitness. Spread the word. Senpai Guru and a lot of other people in Rochester have been joining in. That's awesome. We love it. Thursday, for students that want to join, we're going to be putting up some of past classes we've done for the 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock class. There'll be a new grappling class at 6 o'clock on Thursday. But Thursday, I'm also hosting the Zoom, a live Zoom training. I have enough space for 90 people, so log on early. And this is our first Be Like Water martial arts seminar series. Lots of different stylists. Made it very Kyokushin heavy the first time. We'll have Sensei Wanma and Sensei Jonathan Gonzalez from Costa Rica. We'll have Sensei Camille from the United States, IFK, all Kyokushin practitioners. Sifu Mark Cardona, a dear friend, an amazing teacher and Kung Fu martial artist. And then also Coach Jeff Berger, one of my dear friends who's also Jiu-Jitsu, but really going to be focusing on some Muay Thai and some boxing. So get a little bit of a taste of everything. We'll talk a little bit, train a little bit, and do the thing that we all love to do. Let's bow out together. Hope you enjoyed. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Eyes closed. Mokso. Mokso Yame. Right? Osh. It's awesome to see you. I appreciate you being here and training. I appreciate all the wonderful messages of support and strength towards FSK and keeping us going. I love you all. And the last thing I was going to say was, remember tomorrow the registration opens for the virtual tournament. So you can start to submit videos for empty hand kata, weapons kata, IFK kata if you're brown and black belt. And again, I want to just reiterate, certainly to my students, but to everybody out there, please, please, please sign up and compete. The $7 it costs goes to the platform host that hosts the whole event. We take none of it as the IFK. Everything beyond that is donation based, and all the donations are going to be pulled together and they're going to go to a great cause like the American Red Cross or several organizations fighting the health crisis right now. So it's really a chance to shine and collectively, unite as one for this great event. Please spread the word. Stay safe. We love you.